Hello, my friends. It's Andy over at the Andy Falco Show, coming to you live on a Monday here in California, where everything's shut down. That's cool. Hey, nice to see y'all. And I'm sorry I didn't schedule it. Hey, Carlos, nice to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what's so cute, but it is. It's been interesting here in California with our great governor, who just is a moron. But it is awesome. It's really cool to see what can happen next and see what we can do. Went to church yesterday. We gathered. We had 3 services, thousands of people in each one of the service. It was great. We sang, did everything. I was kind of hoping the cops would come and arrest the pastor. He joked about getting arrested, but unfortunately it didn't happen because there was a plan C that we had in place with thousands of people. It would have been great to go to plan C, but it didn't happen. But it is interesting as each day goes on, and I have people on my Facebook commenting on different posts that go on there, and how interesting how they want to act dumb. I don't know. I've never wanted to. I can be dumb, but I've never. I've never really wanted to act dumb. I told my children, don't act stupid, don't act dumb, don't be a retard, right? Don't. And I know that's bad. I know. Don't yell at me about that. But you don't want to go out. You want to go out there and at least sound somewhat intelligent. But when you can actively see people dying in Chicago, and you have a mayor like Lightfoot who gets on and says, it's nothing, it's fine. It's not, we don't need any help. Everything's totally fine. We just 12 people. That's a Saturday. That's a Saturday in Chicago. What do we care? Black lives don't matter. 12 just died. It's okay. The black kids died. I don't care. She's either really dumb, and that's the whole thing, right? I've talked about this before. Either somehow some of the people that I know that are Democrats or left or whatever you want to say, and even independents that are kind of leaning left, either they've just always been dumb and I just didn't realize it, or I got some friends that I thought were completely intelligent and they're willing to act dumb. And it's really it's kind of disheartening, because I'm sad that you have to act that way when nobody thinks that Biden will make it great. I don't know that anybody knows that Biden will make it great. Nobody, right? They know that AOC is going to be running the president along with Bernie Sanders and I always forget the other nitwit's name in Minnesota, whatever her name is. Elon Musk. No, I don't know what her name is. But these people, right? And whoever the vice president, whether it's Bottoms or oh gosh, I can't remember their names. They just all start. Their stupidity all runs the same. It's any of those people that are going to be vice president, and they just look at everything that's happening and say, no, everything's fine, right? And so I love here. I'm going to share my screen. I love it when I get comments from people that are on the left, because they always prove me right. Right? I say somebody's going to act stupid on this post, and they're going to say something really dumb, and they never let me down. It is it is always amazing. I got to get rid of this lower third here. And they never let me down. It is always amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. So I love it because I can always use it in my shows. And you got this guy. I don't even know who he is, really. He's a friend on Facebook, but I have no idea where he came from. But I like this part. So this is about the rioting, right? You have 12 officers that were injured, numerous businesses vandalized, right? And people you still got the mayor and governor saying there's nothing happening. It's peaceful protesters. Nothing is happening in Seattle. It's all good. Nothing's happening in Portland. It's all good. I think you can see this, right? Yeah, it's good. Let me actually go ahead and make it full screen so you can see a little bit better. Oh man, I had a little message from somebody pop up. Hold on. Somebody is agreeing with me on something. I get a lot of that, right? I even get some. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Whoever is posting that, I don't even see who this is. Hold on. I can't get rid of it. Sorry. I got to get out of my screen here because I've made it extra big. Hold on. And now I can't get rid of that messenger message. I work with his daughter. Her father is an officer who also trains. Yeah. Anyway, I get, people are absolutely right. Right. They're just, gosh darn it. I can't get rid of this thing. I can't get rid of this comment. Hold on. What the heck? I got to stop sharing the screen, apparently. There we go. Yikes. All right, let's go back to that. I get so many messages, and I'm so sorry. I know a lot of people message me, and I don't respond to all of them. I apologize, but it is impossible. They just are coming in constantly, and I try to catch as many as possible. All right, so here we go one more time. Let me try this one more time so I can get to this awesome message here. And so this Roberts guy with two first names, a first name is a last name. Seattle's fine. That was the first part, and I. Just like, and that's what I mean. This is happening constantly. I see it on people on the news. I see it on, with people that, Fox News sometimes will share something that's happened on CNN or MSNBC, and people, it's peaceful protesting. And the very thing, Seattle's fine. Don't worry your fascist little head about it, snowflake. And I find that so funny that, I'm the snowflake. Okay. All right. If that's what you... I have the snowflake, and he calls me fascist. So let's see what fascist actually means. And just to make sure, I want to make sure that my response was that I thank you, because you're always proving my point. And it makes me so happy that this happens. So let me just go to this. I got a couple things I want to share with you here, but it's just this is proof. So the definition of fascism from Merriam-Webster's dictionary, and I just want to say I know what it means, but I just want to make sure that I didn't miss something here. It's a political philosophy, movement, or regime that exalts nation and often race above the individual, and that stands for a centralized autocratic government headed by a dictatorial leader, severe economic and social regimentation, and forcible suppression of opposition. Now, I'm pretty sure that does not sound like me, right? As an American, as most of us in America, as America was created, all men are created equal. Now, I know at the time that there was slavery, but we've removed all that. We had a black president. We have many black leaders. We have senators and Congress people that are black. We have black correspondents on television. We have Asian, we have Mexican, we have all, and that is welcome to the United States. That is not that. I swear. And we have freedom of religion, right? We was at church the other day. The pastor encouraged us to go to a restaurant nearby that is run by a Muslim, right? He also, during his message, talked about how gays and LGBT, I don't know all the initials, are invited to church and come and be part of the church. Like this is really strange, right? It's like calling Donald Trump a racist when he's done nothing racist as long as he's been in power, even beforehand. As a matter of fact, many black people loved him, right? He's been photographed with Muhammad Ali and a whole number of other people that that he's supported by Martin Luther King's niece, right? He's done more for the black community than any president in recent history, if not forever since Lincoln, right? I mean, there's so many policies that put him, and so and yet they love to say these things, right? And they, including on my Facebook page, which makes no sense if you've been watching any of my Facebook lives. Not that calling me a fat and then calling me a snowflake, which is very interesting. That my thing on my shows has always been, where are the men in politics? Where are the leadership in the Democratic Party that have actually cojones? Where are the women that have cojones that are going to stand up to these people that are destroying our country, that are burning down our cities, that are looting and pulling down statues and burning the flag? Where are the people in our country that used to stand up and fight against such things? That is what we need. I don't know what the hell is going on in our world right now. We barely have some chiefs of police in these Democratic-run cities who are standing up to the mayors and the governors and holding them accountable for the laws that are being broken, for the murders that are happening in their cities, and they're allowing it to happen. Where are those people that should be standing up? Where are the Americans in our country that are standing up for everybody, every race, every sex? If you want to believe there's more than two, there's only two. But if there's more than two, we protect them too. As a police officer, I went to many calls that involved gay people and was there to help them solve their problem. As a dog trainer, I've been to several homes with people, you know, that were married and gay, and helped them with their dog problems. That's what we do in America. We love each other, right? We may have differences of opinion. We may have difference in our beliefs. I have friends that are atheists that I love. I love my friend who's atheist. I at least have one. I may have a couple more, but he's a great guy. We've done business together. We've worked together. We've helped each other out, and he's atheist. My daughter is kind of atheist, but kind of wavers back and forth, right? It is really the craziest thing. And you have some guy. I have friends that are Democrats, and I have people that are watching now that actually believe some stupid things. Like, it's like, why are you acting dumb? Every major city, the top 20 cities that are on fire, essentially being looted, where they're injuring police and they're rioting, are all Democratic run cities. Why is Antifa, BLM, right? Black Lives Matter. Yeah. BLM and whoever else, right? Mostly white people. Why are they allowed to destroy these black communities and these black businesses? Why is that happening? And they're being supported by the mayor and the governors of these states. Why is that happening? Why are you acting so dumb and not asking, as voters and people that live in those cities, why are you saying, why is it only happening in our cities? I live here in Brea. I have not seen one riot, right? They may come down my street now that I mentioned that, but there's and I have lots of photos of all the Trump booths that are all the way down our street. They're on Pura Highway and Yorba Linda Boulevard, on Rose Drive, and they're Trump booths with American flags, police, flags with the black and the blue line, the thin blue line, and T-shirts being sold, and very patriotic. Right. And people are honking and they're going, yeah, and they're driving by with American flags on their trucks and that kind of stuff. And why aren't they here? At some point, do you not, of those of you that are living in these cities like Detroit and Minneapolis and Baltimore and New York and Seattle and Oregon. I'm supposed to be in Portland, Oregon right now, in the very federal building that is being attacked and protected by, thank God, federal agents. I'm supposed to be in that building starting, what is it, Tuesday? I'm supposed to be there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but that got canceled. I'm supposed to be in there testifying, get this, in a criminal case against law enforcement. Isn't that ironic? And I can't be there to do that because of these morons that are destroying our cities. It is just it is so crazy that how these people are dumb. Yeah, I'm a snowflake. Hey, Casey, nice to see you. I'm really trying to wrap my head around, because I know some of these people that I've worked with and done things with, and I go, wait, you're really thinking about voting for Joe Biden, right? This is, oh, he's a great guy. No, he's not. you know that he's not going to run the country. You know that, right? You know that he does want to defund I know he never really said it, and I know that it's not in the little document that him and Bernie signed, that he did say that he was going to divert some money. All right, again, this is where you guys are acting dumb and stupid, including Chris Wallace, right? He's acting, he never said that, right? Really, you're going to play semantics like that? Did he not say defunding, diverting, taking money from and putting it somewhere else? It's all the same thing. Dismantling, defunding, they like to play these games, and you love to act stupid and say, oh, no, that's not what he said. People like to act stupid on my Facebook and say, Seattle's fine. Nothing's happening there. It's okay. Okay. All right, dimwit. All right. I want to play this video. Malcolm X said it best. And I want to share what Malcolm X said about liberals. Hold on. I got to get rid of this thing. There we go. All right. I can come back here and I'm going to share my screen. Let's listen to what Malcolm X. Let me make sure I'm getting the right thing. Oh, they're good. All right. I'm borrowing this from another video. And the video's from UGE Tube. And this is Malcolm X. It's an actual recording of him speaking. I've shared it before and from another source, so I know that it's legit. But I'm going to play this for you. And I want you to oh, dang it. I did it again. Hold on one second. Trying to look at too many things here. I got to get rid of some of these windows. I got way too many windows open up. There we go. All right, here we go. All right, I got to share the screen one more time. So sorry. Just bear with me as I'm stumbling through this. It is okay. It'll be worth it. I promise you. Let's listen to what Malcolm X said about the Liberal Party. Really important because he's right. He's right on.
This was recorded in 1963.
The white liberal differs from the white conservative only in one way. The liberal is more deceitful, more hypocritical than the conservative. Both want power, but the white liberal is the one who has perfected the art of posing as the Negro's friend and benefactor. And by winning the friendship and support of the Negro, the white liberal is able to use the Negro as a pawn or a weapon in this political football game that is constantly raging between the white liberals and the white conservatives. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control this ball through tricks or tokenism, false promises of integration and civil rights. In this game of deceiving and using the American Negro, the white liberals have complete cooperation of the Negro civil rights leaders, who sell our people out for a few crumbs of token recognition, token gains, token progress.
Now that you heard,
And that is a very good. There's a longer video. Actually, I'll put the whole video in there. It's actually really good to listen to the whole thing because there's some other information there from a Russian dude who talks about why the Democrats are so successful at getting people to act stupid and act dumb. The great thing that I like is I love it when I see leaders from the Black community that are wise to it. And like there was a woman who was covering up the Black Lives Matter saying, she's telling everybody, this is BS. She got out of jail and she went back and did it again. I think she did it 3 times. And I'm calling her a leader because she's got to be a leader. She's got to be the person that's saying, all you people are acting stupid and believing what the liberals are telling you. And exactly what Malcolm X said is that they are the best at deceiving. They'll tell you they're your friend, and they're going to give you all these policies, and they're going to do all these things for you, and they do squat, right? An example of that is what happened with de Blasio and his wife were given millions and millions of dollars to put into the Black and poorest communities in New York, and nobody seems to know what happened with the money. And nobody ever cared, right? It gets brought up, but nobody cares. And so now what they're doing with didn't mean to do that. What they are, now Black Lives Matter. Let's go in there. Let's do it. No, nothing's going to happen. Nothing will happen. And the things, the policies that Donald Trump has put into place will do something if the Democrats would just get out of the way. It's kind of like the DACA thing, right? The Trump administration has come up with a great DACA plan where it actually helps and it was actually giving more to benefit those that are DACA recipients, I guess you call it, right? Whoever's was born here and their parents were illegal aliens, that it was going to give far more than what the Democrats were going to give, and yet the Democrats blocked it. Right? Because the last thing they want is Donald Trump looking like he's doing something positive for immigration. Because I'd like to say that they love to say that he's racist on his immigration policies, which is not what he is, right? Illegal aliens who commit crimes is what he's against, not against immigration. And here he comes at his administration, he doesn't sit there and write all this stuff up, but the administration came up with a plan that was going to benefit DACA more so than what the Democrats were going to do, and they blocked it. They come up with a plan for to start with helping with what's going on with law enforcement, which actually, we've had this discussion several times. There is no systemic racism in law enforcement. It's a fraud. We all know that it is. Every study that's been done has shown that it's a fraud. I testify in court cases both in the United States and in Canada, and I have come through with over the 20 years I've been doing it with very few, if any. I can't even think of one time that it was due to racism. And I look at hundreds and hundreds of cases and investigate them and look at them. And if that was one of the things, it'd be very easy to go in there and use as a weapon in some of these criminal cases. And it's so it's so not present. I'm telling you, does it exist? Yes, but it's not so prevalent that you would think that you'd run into it every day. A black man is less likely to get shot by a cop than a white person. That is true. Now, you won't know that by watching CNN or MSNBC, and even sometimes Fox. People get on there and well, they're getting killed every day. No, that is not what's happening. They are not getting killed every day. It's totally ridiculous. And so, and I don't know where I was going with that whole thing, but it is this lie, right? That will continue to lie to you. And even when you see it with your own eyes, those of you that are on the left, is that you want to pretend that you're stupid for what I don't understand. I don't get it. And you'll come back and you'll say, oh, you are a dickhead. You're an asshole. You're a mother effer. Sorry, children. But I'm just quoting what is being said on my Facebook page and say, no, but here, and I'll show you here. Here's a study. And so we're talking about COVID-19 and masks and opening the schools on another post. And there's always one person, which is great because it's awesome. And they'll say this and I'll go, okay, here's the study, right? I'm pretty sure they don't take the time to read the study, or maybe they can't read the study. I'm not sure, or maybe they don't understand what the study says. But I'll send them the study, and then they'll come back with, "Well, you're an asshole. Well, you're sacrificing your children." Okay, well, I'm not. But here's another study. Here's another study. Here's another study pre-COVID-19, which is not skewed right by the liberals or the conservatives or by the media, right? This study was done in 2016, way before the pandemic, and it says this. Here's the study. Well, that doesn't matter, right? I don't know what else to tell you, right? You're saying follow the science, and the science is saying open the schools. The science is saying the masks don't work. Dr. Fauci said the masks don't work. He's got the masks work. Okay, what happened when you were saying the masks? Well, that's because he didn't want. Listen. He was following the science too when he said they didn't work for blocking this. You got cities like in California where we've had a mask mandate that you can't enter any building without a mask. It's been in place forever, but yet we're still seeing a rise in cases. So you're going to stick with it. Again, this is where you're acting stupid and you're going, well, it's something else. Wait, no, you said that masks work. And we've always had a mask directive. We've always had to wear masks inside these places. And if that's the case, then we shouldn't be going up in our cases. But you're telling us that masks work. Well, what? If they work, then we would be going down in cases, wouldn't we? Don't act stupid. See, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about what it is. Is there something that you guys got in the mail? Did you get, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I know that you all act stupid at the same time about the same stupid things, right? Is there something happening that I have not been able to find out? Is there some underground communication between Democrats that is saying, okay, today we're going to really concentrate on this mask thing, and no matter what it shows as far as the science that they don't work, and no matter what it shows as far as the contradictory information that even though we've had masks in this rule or this law, whatever Gavin wants to call it, that you have to wear masks, we're going to pretend that the fact that the cases are going up, it's not an issue. That just say something like it would be even worse without the masks. No, the masks aren't working. I shared a video where somebody says, I forget who it was where I got it from. I got it from a friend of mine. I just wanted to give her credit. But you had this so-called guy, and I don't even remember who it was. But he puts a mask on and he tries to blow out a candle, and then the candle doesn't get blown out. Right? He puts on a mask and candles get blown out. He goes, "See, masks work." Because the idea is that the molecules are not going through. Like if they weren't going through, we wouldn't be able to breathe. We would die, right? And so he's trying to say that nothing comes out of those masks. It's really incredible that nothing goes out and nothing comes in. And this lady goes, "Wait a minute," and she puts on all the masks that and she blew out the candle with every mask. And she's going, "I don't even know. What were you not blowing hard enough? Were you old and didn't have enough breath? What the hell's going on?" So that was crazy. Let me show you one more video, and I'm going to take to this video just to show you a different, I probably should have showed this earlier, but I'm going to show you a video. And this is from, again, this is just to kind of support the part where on my Facebook comment where they said Seattle's fine. All right, I just want to go back to, again, this is all about the stupidity that's going on in this world. And Seattle's fine. Did I just freeze up? I don't know if I did. Oh, no, I'm not frozen up. All right. So this is, and I didn't want to show a Fox. I found just a news, right? Just a news broadcast on what's happening in Seattle. And, you know, in peaceful protest, actually, I'm going to come back here really quick. Sorry. In peaceful protesting, that's people walking down a street maybe, or a sidewalk, or gathering in a park, and they're holding signs and they have a megaphone. And they're going, Donald Trump's an a-hole, whatever. But that's what they're doing, right? And they're holding their signs, right? And somebody's at a podium or somebody's on a stage, and they're talking, and they're going, we need to get together. We need to do this thing, and we're going to march down the road. Martin Luther King was great at it, right? Just watch a Martin Luther King protest. That is what a peaceful protest looks like. Right. In its wake, there were no broken windows. In its wake, there were no turned over cars. In its wake, there was no fire. And there were no cops holding their face because the orbital bone on their face had been broken because somebody threw an ice bottle or hit them in the face with brass knuckles or a stick. None of that was happening. All right. That is a peaceful protest. Now let's look at this thing. Now again, I had and I'm saying a friend. I don't even know who the guy is. He's on my Facebook, but he's a friend and said, Seattle's fine. Hey Valerie, nice to see you. Seattle's fine. Nothing's happening. And you know what? I did it again. Hold on, I got to get rid of it and open it back up again. Say this should be the default for the audio to play. Oh no, I deleted it. Hold on. I'm going to get it back at you. Hold on. Darn it. Let's see. Maybe I'll have to find a new one. Hold on. Dang it. In my rush. Oh, I know I go to history. Hold on. Let me go to history. It'll be right there. There it is. Okay. So sorry about that. I'm a dummy. Hold on. Let me get the commercial over. Skip the ad. All right, here we go. All right, sorry about that. In my haste, I try to do things really fast. Here we go. All right, I'm gonna make it full screen. It is, and then go here, make it full screen. There we go. All right. So this is just a news broadcast. This is what it looks like, and they're saying it's a peaceful protest.
Protesters are marching across downtown Seattle right now. This is what it looks like at 3rd and Pine. Now, several businesses look like they have been broken into. You can see shattered glass right there on your screen. According to Seattle police, officers say that protesters began looting, spray painting walls, and threw rocks, bottles, and even an explosive device. No official word yet on whether there were any arrests made.
So that was yesterday. Yesterday. Everything's fine in Seattle. Everything's fine in Portland. Again, I'm supposed to be in Portland tomorrow, or I was supposed to. It got canceled. I was supposed to be in Portland tomorrow testifying in a court case in the very federal building that is under attack by Antifa, and I can't go. Why? Because they're attacking the federal building. Oh, I know. The federal police have made it worse. Oh, I know. But everything's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. You don't need, as a matter of fact, we want the federal police to leave because we got everything under control. For 51, 52, however many, 52 days they've been rioting. 52 days they've been breaking windows. 52 days they've been hitting people with sticks and throwing Molotov cocktails and pulling statues down. And it's a peaceful protest for 51 something days. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a very long time. They've been doing this, but you don't need any help. Portland. I've been through Portland. I used to love going to Portland. I used to love going to the street fair there in Portland all the time. I went to a concert for oh my gosh, at a brewery. And saw, what's the name of the band that I went there to see? Great band, great band. The Fray. Went there to see the Fray at a brewery winery place. It was fantastic on the lawn. I was like 4 feet away from the stage, and it was fantastic. It's a beautiful town destroyed by these morons. Seattle, another place I used to love to visit and get some salmon and sourdough bread. I think I get there, and then you rub the pig on the butt or something like that on the head. And then you got the gum street where the gum is on the wall. Oh, really cool stuff. And the very first Starbucks where they burnt the first coffee bean there made the coffee taste like crap. Yes, I went there just to taste their crappy coffee because it was the first Starbucks, right? And they're just destroyed. Like, who's going to go there now? What company is going to move there now? And yet they pretend that they have everything under control. And it's just to end on this note, it is interesting how Democrats are just choosing to pretend to be stupid. I have to believe, I really want to believe, because I have some friends that I used to think were pretty smart, that they have to be pretending that they're stupid. I'm pretty sure that they're not that stupid. It's possible. It really is possible that they're that dumb, but I don't know. I don't know how long you can ignore that the 20 worst run cities in our country are run by Democrats. I don't know how long you can ignore that is exactly what's going to happen to our country the way that it is now, that Biden is going to be following everything that the left wants him to do. He is so far. He's the Green New Deal. What? Are you kidding me? You're going to first raise taxes and then you're going to destroy all these other companies with the Green New Deal. That's not crazy. Right? You're, again, the Democrat, my friends are Democrat, you're pretending that that's a smart idea because there's no possible way some of you who I know are in business for yourselves know that is a dumb idea, right? All of it is dumb. All of it is stupid. And you're pretending to be stupid. I have friends that I know that are, that I've talked to, face to face and said, I kind of walk away and go, I don't know where you got these stupid ideas, right? I'm not sure why you're pretending to be that dumb, because there's not one policy, right? Open borders, sanctuary cities, raising taxes, bringing back all the regulations, the Green New Deal, letting out 18,000 criminals in the state of California, in New York, in Minneapolis, in Detroit, in Chicago, closing 12 mental health facilities in Chicago just in the last couple of years. I could keep going with these stupid ideas. And these are all real. These are all fact-based. These are all things that are going to happen. Defunding the police, which has already happened. It's happened in Los Angeles, happened in New York. It's happening in Minnesota, Minneapolis, where they want to actually dismantle their police department, and they voted yes to do it. There's only one person keeping it from happening, and that's the mayor, he's not all the way there either. And it's likely to happen. Are you sure? Are you sure that you want to continue with this belief that your thought process is that you're going to vote Democrat? That you want to believe that Donald Trump is racist. I know you want to believe that, but he's not, right? You truly know that he's not, but you continue to say it, even though you know he's not racist, because he's the worst racist on the planet. As many times has he invited a bunch of black leaders, whether it's law enforcement or religious leaders, or it's university leaders from the black universities and black colleges, and black business owners, right? He's had all these meetings to find out what it is they want. What can I do for you? How can I make things better for you? How can I give you more money? He's the worst racist I've ever met in my life. He brings in Goya and all the Mexican leaders and business leaders to the White House and says, what can we do to help you? What can we do to do more? They come up with a DACA plan that actually is better than what the Democrats want to do, and yet the Democrats block it. Who's the racist? Right? You're going to continue to believe that he's racist. Then that is up to you, and you can be as dumb as you want. right? And I think the police, and I've had my discussions with law enforcement in my head and out vocally and that kind of stuff, and even know people in New York, cops that are in New York, and I know cops that are in Minneapolis and some other places. And I go, why do you go to work? Well, yeah, I need my job. I need my, we're going to go there, and I'm trying to. They're like me with California right now. There was a period of time where I was for sure going to leave. I was moving. I was packing up. I was loading stuff in boxes. I was out of the door. And then there's the other side of me that I've lived here all my life. I got to be one of and that's why I'm doing these broadcasts now, is because I want to fight for California. Not only fight for California, but fight for America. America has a constitution. We have politicians like Nancy Pelosi and the other chick in Minnesota, again, Elon or whatever her name is. I don't know why I keep calling her Elon. What's her name? Somebody write it in there. I'm gonna write it, a little post-it note, put on my computer, because she is the worst, right? She wants to destroy the Constitution, even though that she was sworn to protect the Constitution. When you're sworn in as a politician, one of the things that you're sworn to do is protect the Constitution. And you have somebody like Nancy Pelosi saying that Donald Trump has sent jackbooted federal criminals, is basically what she's calling them, to privately, the secret police. What the hell is secret police? What the hell are they talking about? Her job, Nancy Pelosi's, is to protect the United States of America and our Constitution. She should be supporting the federal police going there to protect the federal buildings that are in Seattle and Portland and all across the United States. Her job is to support the president in protecting the United States of America and what's going on. And yet she's blocking and doing everything she can to cause more chaos. And we cannot sit back and allow that to happen. And that is the reason why I do these broadcasts, is because it's just crazy that we can all move out of California, all the Republicans and conservatives and people, even Democrats that believe in America, that leave and say, this is crazy. You have the elite people, which is like the singers and actors, that kind of stuff. They support all this stuff, and then they live in other places, right? They don't live here, and they live in gated communities, or they have a huge fence around their property, right? They go, okay, you guys all fight, and you loot, and we're going to support you. We're going to give you money, right? They're giving money to BLM. They're giving money to Antifa. They're supporting it all, but they don't live anywhere where any of this is happening. Do you see that, right? They're hoping that you all that are listening, that are dumb, are going to be more dumb and go, oh yeah, thanks for the money. We're going to go now blow up something else in democratic cities. You got Antifa and BLM blowing up democratic cities. Why is that? Does that make any sense? Does it make any sense? I need somebody to make sense of this. Why are they only destroying democratic cities? Why are they only shooting each other in democratic communities? Why are they only killing children in democratic communities? Continue to be dumb, right? And continue to be stupid. There's going to be another civil war if this continues. I have no doubt in my mind. My son and I went out shooting the other day, practicing our shooting and our guns. We got more guns. I bought more guns just last week. They're selling 3,000 to 7,000 guns a day in California. I don't know if that's still happening, but I know that I was reported that because I went to the gun store and asked them, what's happening? What's the thing? And they go, 3,000 to 7,000. And the reason that's so wide is because during the week, like on Monday, 3,000 to 4,000. On a Friday, or when people have more time on a weekend, they're selling in upwards of 7,000. And so the number of guns. So there is going to be something is going to give at some point, right? Why is this only happening in democratic cities? There's got to be a reason. Right. And it's being supported by Hollywood. I know that for sure. I told you before, sorry, I got something in my eye. That I have intel from a very reliable source that something big will be happening next month. I don't know all the details, so I can't share. But all I can tell you is that I've been told that most of the people that are rioting in these cities and causing destruction and looting are being bussed in. So you have your mayors of these cities, right, that were voted into power with the citizens that live in that community. People outside of that community are being bussed in to destroy that city, and they're saying it's okay. That would be like Russia coming into the United States of America and causing chaos, right? What would we do? We would protect it. I hope I hope at this point that we would protect America, right? These mayors and governors are allowing outside entities to come into their communities and destroy them. And they're allowing it to happen. They're supporting it. And the citizens in those communities are not rising up. I don't understand why. This is where I get the title of my message. It's interesting how dumb they're acting. Like if I was living, like if that began to happen here in my community where I live, which it's not, thank God, I know I'm pretty sure myself and David Everett, who's one of my neighbors, we would rise up. We are all well armed, I'm telling you. And I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but we have a number of police officers live in our street, and I have other people that I know. We are well armed. We will not allow our community to be taken. We will not allow it to be taken. So that's what makes it so interesting, because I know what's happening, because I've been in law enforcement for a very long time. I have a lot of people that I know in the DHS and DOJ and FBI and other law enforcement and a police officer locally who works in a city where all this is happening now. And he works at Intel, and I think that's all I can tell you there, but they're being bussed in. And he goes, these are some of the nicest buses I've ever seen. They're air-conditioned televisions with drinks, and they come in all dressed in their black garb. And in the under where you lift up where the luggage normally goes, there's all their bats and all of their tools and all of their propaganda and all the things they're going to use is all there. And they drive from out of town into these communities and cause chaos. They don't live there. So I'm not sure if this is kind of like making sense. That let's just go with Portland. All right. So you got Portland. You got citizens that have voted in this mayor and this the city council, and the citizens that live there, right? And many of them also work there. So you live there and you work there. You voted in these politicians, and these politicians are allowing busloads of people outside of the community to come in and destroy their community, and they're supporting it. And this is being allowed to happen. Why is this being allowed to happen? Why, you citizens, are you allowing this to happen? Number one, and not saying, hey, they're saying get out. They're telling federal police, federal agents, DOJ, FBI, DEA, ATF, all these people that are being brought in to help protect some of the federal areas, federal property. And you have mayors and city council and governors telling them to leave. Does that make any sense to you? Because it's not the citizens that are living in that city that are uprising and causing it's outside organizations coming in and destroying their countries or just destroying their cities. And the citizens within that community are allowing it to happen. They're not rising up. Have they beaten them down so much that they don't have any recourse, or they've given up, or they don't care? I don't understand. So they can blame Donald Trump. Yeah. Well, that's for everything's his fault. And that's one of the things I talked about before. This is why I'm going to end on this. This is one of the things that I think is so interesting, is that they say that he does nothing, that he golfs all the time, that he's racist, that he's dumb, and that he's stupid, and he's run all of his business to the ground. Yet he's a millionaire, if not a billionaire. Right. So they say all this stuff, but yet he's to blame for everything that's happening in the world. So you got this guy who's so dumb, but yet so prolific that he's able to do all this stuff all over the world. Right. He's so dumb, but able to do all this at the same time. Again, it's so interesting how dumb you are acting. And it is just freaking crazy. All right. So that is it. I think I've said enough for now, but I never block any of my liberal friends, because they just provide me with good stuff and good information. And I didn't do any of my sponsors. I'll end on a couple of my sponsors here. So join me live.live. That's my program. I'll teach you how to go live and do live streaming and create your own show. That's what that program's all about. I'm working on the intermediate side of it now. I have the basic up right now for $4.99. Go to there, and there's a free PDF for figuring out for I have a free PDF that will help you determine what tools and things you can get now. But you'll want those as you join and go into the intermediate, because I'm going to be going into more detail on that kind of stuff, how I do some of this other stuff. And I use StreamYard. So go to getstreamyard.live to get this program right here where I'm going live. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch all at the same time. You can go, if you get the pro version, you can go to 8 different locations all at the same time. And then one other one, I'm going to go to happycoffee.com. Go to todayshappycoffee.com. That's what allows me to get through my day. All right. It's awesome. I've been losing a lot of weight. If you on my private page, you see that I finally, there's a little bit of belly that I just could not get rid of. It was driving me crazy. I'd go to the gym. I was even dieting a little bit and, trying to stay off anything that was causing too much. And I could not get rid of this little bit of fat that just would not go away. Now it's finally going away. It's finally starting to get lower and lower, and I've never been so happy. So go to todayshappycoffee.com. There's coffee there and the zest, and we have a new drink called Georgia Peach. It's fantastic. It's going to be probably one of our most popular products that's coming out there. So go to todayshappycoffee.com to get some of that stuff. I am so pleased and so happy with this product. It is fantastic. And I'll do one more. Today's CBD oil. Oh, man, I thought I had it. Get some great CBD at todayscbdo.com. That's my favorite. It's the best. It's one of the top 50 healthcare companies in the world. Created a liposome technology. It's patented. It's fantastic. Go to todayscbdoil.com. All right. Sorry, I should have done that at the beginning. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me. And make sure you subscribe. My shows have been throttled way down. In the early stages, I was getting tens and 15,000s of views on these videos, and now I'm all the way down to like 300 to 500. It is really crazy how social media can just throttle you. Even some of my posts barely get read anymore. I used to get hundreds and hundreds of reads and posts and connections and that kind of stuff, and bam, man, they just took a took a nosedive. It is really awesome when you begin to speak out and tell the truth. People hate the truth. People on the left hate the truth. You give them truth, and they call you names. And they throttle your broadcast. That's just what happens. That's the way our world is right now. And now, again, we go back to somebody calling me names, and it'll be really fun to get that. All right. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.